What's up, folks? It's the H&R TV, the official YouTube channel for the hottest new revolution, culture, and movement. That's to live your life and love the life you live, regardless of who you piss off in the process, culture, and movement. And let me clarify that because I don't want folks to hear that wrong and think that this movement is all about, or this culture is all about just pissing folks off and sticking it to whoever. You feel me? No, it's about taking control of your life and being loving yourself and who you are authentically and just being yourself regardless of who tries to tell you that it's something wrong with who you are or you need to shrink yourself in order for them to feel more comfortable or any of that. You feel me? So if those are the type of people who get pissed off by you doing you and living your life and loving the life that you live, as long as you ain't hurting other people and animals, I don't rock with that. But yeah, if you just living your life and doing your thing and minding your business and folks decide to get pissed off about that, live your life and love the life you live regardless of who you piss off in the process. You feel me? Um, but today's video is kind of a follow-up to the last video that I posted. When I was speaking about just like the problem of the entitlement of people just assuming that because somebody may be fluid or whatever the case may be, it's like the entitlement of people to believe that if that person doesn't disclose that personal information about they self just to strangers, that it automatically that person, they just assume that that person is hiding or ashamed or lying or hiding something. Like, I don't know, but how we need to open up a dialogue and start having conversations so that we can figure out how to come together, you feel me, as a community, as a society in general. And I think a lot of hold on, 'cause before I even get off message, y'all know how I be doing. um okay, so the flip side of that is this: if you are a person who is mature and who just is genuinely like curious and wanting to get to know different people, different cultures, different um, just new things about the world, if you're not just um, adamant or stuck on one worldview, and you actually take genuine interest in getting to know other people, I would say that, and this is just based on my own personal experience, like a lot of times, a lot of stuff that I share, like I said, I share from my own experience. I don't talk about too much stuff that I don't know about or that I feel like that I don't really have that much experience in. So if you hear me talking about something, then trust and believe that it's something that I have experience in and that I know what I'm talking about. Whether I was like uh, 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 whether I'm speaking opinion or whether I'm speaking fact, I will let you know, okay, this is just an opinion of mine, or I will let you know this is facts. You get what I'm saying? Um, but yeah, if you are somebody like, if you are in mixed company with somebody that you believe is like maybe fluid or um, it's confirmed, like somebody that you know, like confirmed it with you or whatever the case may be, which it really don't be other people's business to tell. But if you are like, I would say mostly certain, then okay, let me start here. It's not up to me or any fluid person in the room to just offer up their personal story or their personal business or none of that. You get what I'm saying? Um, that's not our duty or our responsibility just to make sure that everybody know, just so everybody know that we're not hiding. All right. But Um, Another thing, I don't even want to put this, man. Bro, I promise y'all, I'm figuring it out. All right. Anyway, if you want to know, or if you're like wanting to know who somebody is, or wanting to get to know somebody, or like you're curious about like them or whatever the case may be, don't expect them to just, especially if they are perceived to be the minority in the room or the different person in the room or whatever the case may be, don't expect them to come up to you or to anybody else and say, hey, do y'all want to hear about my personal life? Like, um, no, that's not gonna happen. So technically the duty, if you want to get to know somebody, is on you to approach that person, preferably one-on-one. Don't approach them in no group setting and say, you know what, like I heard like so and so, whatever the case may be, like I'm just like I don't know, I just want to, I'm curious about you, I want to know a little bit more about like you or whatever the case may be, or like what that's all about. I have questions. And it's like nothing wrong with approaching somebody and asking them that, you get what I'm saying? But to just expect or assume that somebody is going to, like, first of all, nobody does that anyway. Don't nobody just like approach or just approach nobody like, yo, y'all want to hear about my life or my personal story? No, you have to be willing to ask questions and open up dialogue, you get what I'm saying, with people, to get to know people. And this can be true like across the board. It's just not true for like the fluid community. It can be true for anything, literally. Like me, the person I am, if I want to get to know somebody, I'm going to pull them to the side. I'm gonna ask them the questions that I want to ask them. Yo, what is it like being from a different country? Like, what is it like growing up in a third world country? Or what is it like being like poor and white growing up in America? Or what is it like being like black growing up in America, being a black man growing up in America? Like, don't just expect people to bring these topics up about themselves. If you are curious, then you need to be willing to ask questions and have a conversation. You get what I'm saying? Um, and I notice that's a big problem with people in general, and it's not just with the fluid community. It's about any type of disagreements or misunderstandings that people might have. It's like people would rather just be quick to jump to conclusions and make assumptions rather than just engage with this person in a simple conversation. Like, what, I don't understand what it is about like that just makes people, I don't know if it's nerves or whatever it is, like where people, if people are, if you curious about somebody and you want to know about them, or like, just go and ask. Just go and ask that person. You don't have to jump to conclusions and start rumors and start saying all of this like lies and gossip behind folks' back. You get what I'm saying? Just talk to them. And get the actual answer from the horse's mouth. You get what I'm saying? It's weird. It's very weird. It's very weird. But wait, cause that's what I was gonna say too. It's another thing, like, and if you approach somebody and you ask them, like, you curious, and like it's it's on an individual basis whether that person would be comfortable enough to like have that conversation with you, or they might just be like, you know what, I don't really feel comfortable having that conversation in general, or having that conversation with you, because at the same time, everybody not mature. It's like, what is your reason for trying to have this conversation in the first place? Like, are you trying to have this conversation because you want to get to know and understand like who I am, or what, like what it's like to be somebody like me, or whatever the case may be? And after we have this conversation, are you going to walk away and be mature and have the conversation stays between us, or are you having a conversation because you want to go and be messy and gossip about other people, or gossip about that person you just spoke to with other people? Like, what is your reasoning for wanting to have this conversation? You get what I'm saying? But if you approach somebody on some grown, like mature, like this is just what I'm curious about, and like, is that something you comfortable with? Then some folks may not have an issue with it. I know me personally, I wouldn't have an issue with it. Some people might not. Like some people may be more like private or more reserved. Like, and if they are, you just got to respect that. It ain't, oh, I'm assuming that this person hiding or they sneaky or they secretive or they da 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 because they don't want to. No, like, first of all, if they don't know you personally, then they don't know your character. They don't know why you asking. You get what I'm saying? Like, some people may be comfortable having a conversation, some people may not. Everybody's different. But I wouldn't be opposed to having a conversation. But what I've experienced is that so many people, rather than just approach me and be like, yo, like, I'm hearing such and such and such. Like, what is, like, what's up? Like, what's that about? Like, I'm kind of curious about you. I want to get to know who you are, or whatever. Like, clearly you curious. If you willing to have conversations with other people about somebody, and you're interested enough to where you retain the information that's being said about this person, clearly you have some kind of curiosity where you want to get to know, like, this person or about this person on some level or to some degree. You get what I'm saying? And if that person is accessible, just approach the person. And again, this is true across the board, like with anything, like just in society in general. Don't expect people to just offer up. Like, nobody does that in the first place. Like, hey, is anybody curious to learn about my personal life? Like, I'm an open book. Like, what? Who does that? Who does that, bro? Like, nobody does that. If you want to learn about somebody, the duty is yours to approach that person. It's up to you to pull that person to the side and say, yo, I'm curious. Like, I want to have, like, I'm curious to know A, B, and C. Da da da. You get what I'm saying? And again, they might be like, all right, cool, that's all right, bet. Or they might be like, nah, I ain't really comfortable having a conversation with you. I don't really know you like that. Either way, respect it. You get what I'm saying? It don't have to be a whole big, so and so hard and da 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 da. Or I heard it da 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 da. Like, what? Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Like, nah, that ain't where it's at. But um, yeah, yeah. We just gotta. I don't know. We gotta do better, bruh. Everybody, we all got to do better. And it's love. I say everything I say with love, bro. I'm not ever saying anything um, to villainize nobody or to try to come down on nobody or try to speak on. Like, I'm not. It's never coming from a place of like just trying to have a problem with somebody or animosity or none of that. It's all about growth. I'm all about like just growth. Love, growth, and peace. You feel me? And get into the bag. That's all Vinny Williams about. King V. You hear me? Um, and God, always. So that's it, man. Um, yeah. Hopefully somebody got something from that. Hopefully somebody was able to grow from that. Um, that's it. Y'all be safe today. Stay out the way. Take everything one step at a time, one day at a time. Focus on finding yourself and finding your purpose. I love you, King V. H&R.